So, Jim Cramer says that Hasbro stock is a buy. Why does anyone listen to Jim Cramer? I have no idea. He's a dinosaur. He has no idea about whatever the digital new economy is. I'm not saying that I know anything about it, but I can tell when someone else knows even less than me. And that's Jim Cramer. I've never heard of him being right about stuff. He's just a relic of a bygone era when we moved to cable and suddenly there were networks specializing in a specific thing, and CNBC seems to be one of those things where they just specialize on stock picks or investment advice. And really, if you're going there for investment advice, I can't see how you're successful in your investments. I mean, the easiest investment advice is index funds, I think. And once you've got that information, I don't know why you need any more information other than, I don't know, if you're going to be a day trader and stuff like that, you're probably going to go to school for that. And Jim Cramer is not going to be teaching you any of that stuff. But, I mean, I'm sure Hasbro is a great buy. I'm sure that it was a great buy 6 months ago. I'm sure it was a great buy 2 years ago. I'm sure it was a great buy 8 years ago. Because it's a company that has withstood the test of time and has evolved with the marketplace. Like it's a toy manufacturer and a game manufacturer, and the toys and games that it makes, they continually update, and then they also refresh the older lines and try and make them work in the new marketplace. And sometimes that doesn't work, but they do manage to sell quite a bit of product. And I don't understand. From what I've heard, he was saying that their toy line is a complete loss, as in, it only loses money, or it's a negative 3% profit or something like that. And I mean, I guess if it's overproduced, that's quite possible. But if it was not overproduced, then it was probably profitable. They probably overproduced based on pandemic levels, and they can probably get back to the point where they're not overproducing. And also the stuff that's sitting in warehouses, at some point, the low demand will start to turn into something else, because the product that they have out on retail shelves, or that they dumped to wholesalers and stuff like that stuff will start to dry up, and there's still going to be people that will want it. So they'll eventually be able to move that product, and maybe they'll move out of negative profit on it. But the point is that I don't think that Jim Cramer understands Wizards of the Coast, Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, and the IPs that they're selling to the highest bidder, I guess, to then have them do digital products or gambling products or merch products and that kind of stuff. Because I don't actually think that's going to be the wisest play for Wizards of the Coast, that's going to generate them the most revenue. What's going to generate them the most revenue is being innovative. That's how they ended up where they are, is innovating Magic the Gathering and buying TSR, which innovated Dungeons and Dragons, and then also some of the board games that they innovated. So that is where the value is in a company, is their innovation, their ability to make new things that people want, not have things that people want and then license them out to other people. That can be a revenue source, but it's not. I don't think it's a winning strategy for a company. Having a digital product of Magic the Gathering, sure, it can generate extra revenue, but I don't think that Magic Arena is. I don't know. I don't think it's generating the revenue that the physical card game is generating, and I don't think it's going to. But I don't know. What do I know? Let me know what you think in the comments below.